You ever see an ad for a health supplement and wonder, how did they build that whole story? Well, today we're doing just that. We're going to deconstruct the narrative behind a supplement called GlucoBerry. Now, we're not diving into the science itself, but instead, we're going to break down the story it tells, how it introduces a problem you've never heard of, and then, almost like magic, sells you the one and only solution.
And it all kicks off with this question. Is your blood sugar drain blocked? I mean, talk about a pattern interrupt. It's designed to stop you cold. You've probably never even thought about a blood sugar drain before, and that's exactly the point. It creates this immediate little spark of curiosity, and maybe even a little worry, right? It gets you thinking, wait a second, is my drain blocked?
So let's really dig into this whole blocked drain concept. Because before they can sell you a single pill, they first have to sell you on a brand new idea, a completely fresh story about the way your body is supposed to work. And they don't waste any time. Right out of the gate, they bring out the heavy hitters. By dropping the name Harvard, they're trying to give this new concept some serious weight. The message they're sending is pretty clear. Hey, this isn't just some marketing gimmick. This is based on real Ivy League research. Okay, so how is this drain actually supposed to function? Well, the website lays it all out in a way that's really, really easy to get your head around. So here it is, their simple definition. And you gotta notice, they tie it to another big name, Johns Hopkins. It's all about reinforcing this idea that it's a legitimate scientific discovery. It also does something really clever. It shifts our focus away from insulin, which we always hear about, and puts the spotlight on a new hero, the kidneys. And the process gets broken down into these two super simple, easy-to-picture steps. That word taxis for insulin, that's a perfect example of using a simple metaphor. It makes a really complex biological process feel totally intuitive, like something you can see happening in your mind. Okay, so you know how every good story has to have a villain, right? A conflict? Well, now that they've set up the hero, this blood sugar drain, it's time to introduce the bad guy, the thing that messes it all up. And to make this threat feel super real and personal, they hit you with this number, 50%, as in half of all Americans. A stat like that makes you think, wow, that's a coin toss. That could absolutely be me. This is just brilliant branding. They don't give it some complicated scientific name you'll forget in 2 seconds. No, they call it a sticky gray protein. Think about those words, sticky and gray. Just sound unpleasant. It makes this abstract problem feel like a real disgusting sludge that's gumming up your system. And right here, they just boil the whole story down to one simple picture. It's the classic before and after. You've got the good side where everything's working great, and then you have the bad side where this nasty clog is causing a big, sugary traffic jam. It makes the stakes of the whole story crystal clear without needing a ton of words. All right, so they've laid out the problem, they've given us the villain. So what comes next? You guessed it, the hero. Now the narrative shifts to introduce the product's ingredients, each one presented as a hero with a specific job to do. The main hero of this story is the Maqui Berry. And you'll notice they circle right back to that Harvard mention from the beginning, saying that professors are calling this a promising new therapy. It's a great technique to link their solution directly back to that authority they established earlier. So the berry is positioned as the weapon that directly takes out the villain. It dissolves the sticky protein. And to back that up, they give you specific numbers, like that 23% improvement in a study. Adding data like that makes the benefits feel way more concrete and scientific. Next up in the hero squad, the sidekicks. The website introduces these supporting ingredients, and, yep, they do it again. They reference another university, this time Yale, to keep that pattern of academic credibility going. See what they're doing here? These ingredients aren't fighting the clog directly. They're the support team. Their job is to help that insulin taxi work better, making sure everything is running smoothly so the Maqui Berry can come in and do its main job. It makes the whole formula feel like a well-oiled team. And the final member of their hero team is Gymnema Leaf. And just like the others, its role is backed up by, you guessed it, a study. This time with 58 people to show that it's effective. And this is a really clever detail. They emphasize the exact dosage. So it's not just about what's in the product, but how much. This is a classic move to build trust. It tells you that the formula isn't just random. It's precisely based on what the research supposedly found to work. All right, we've reached the final act. The problem is clear, the villain has been named, and the heroes have been introduced. Now it's time for the website to make its offer and ask you to take action. So check out the pricing table. You can see the strategy here, right? It is heavily, heavily weighted to get you to buy in bulk. The price per bottle plummets, and you get free shipping if you go for the biggest package. It's a classic strategy to frame the largest purchase as the best deal, hands down. 180. This number right here showcases one of the most powerful persuasion tools there is, reversing the risk. The site offers a 180-day money-back guarantee. I mean, that's 6 months. That is an incredibly long time to try something out. And just listen to that language. It's so absolute. You either love it or we'll refund 100%. There are no ifs, ands, or buts. This is all designed to vaporize any hesitation you might have and make pulling out your credit card feel totally, completely risk-free. So when you strip it all away, what are you left with? It's a classic story. Step 1, invent a problem you didn't know you had, that clogged drain. Step 2, give it a memorable villain, the sticky gray protein. And step 3, present your product as the one and only hero that can swoop in and save the day. And that really brings us to the big idea here. These kinds of simple stories, with drains and taxis, heroes and villains, they're unbelievably powerful. They can make really complicated health stuff feel simple and, more importantly, solvable. Which leaves us with a pretty big question to think about. How much of what we believe about our own health is really based on hard science, and how much is based on just a really, really well-told story?